example, I want to make a chapati. I start with the flour, I need to put water, certain amount of water. There's certain requirement of air that Allah allows it to be there so that I can make a chapati. But if one of these things that from the flour, water, and things like hamira, if we don't have any of this, we are not able to complete. Or even if I am supposed to say, for example, because I am using my hands, the existence of my hands itself in working on it takes time and is permitted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for me to move these hands to be able to create chapati. So here we see that beings are not only real of God in their creation, but all the affairs of their existence are also dependent on Him. And He can influence them and manage their affairs in any way He wills. So whatever Allah wills will happen. This type of relationship of rububiyyah, which entails the management of their affairs and involves many things, such as protecting, safeguarding, giving life, taking it away, giving sustenance. This all is what Allah does for a being, a human being or any other creation that is there. Making beings grow and attain perfection, as well as guiding and issuing commandments for them. How to do this, how to do that. Allah tells us for our own growth. Due to different types of beings, rububiyyah in the sense of Allah's management of affairs and nurturing of being is of two types. Today we'll just talk one of these types due to the way we can reach up to where the time can allow us. So the first type of rububiyyah is existential rububiyyah. By observing the way beings are created, it can be understood that Allah has a general form of management, nurturing that which encompasses all beings, including plants, animals, and human beings. So Allah, when He creates something, there is a way that He manages it. In other words, the existential rububiyyah here means providing all necessities for attaining perfection and making all beings reach their appropriate goal for their existence. In this way, the khaliqiyyah of Allah encompasses all of existence, including involuntary as well as voluntary effects at every level. Thus, effects and actions such as hearing, seeing, and talking belong to the human and are attributed to him as they have been performed through his free will. It is the will of Allah that I am able to hear, see, listen, taste, that I am able to do this. But if Allah wills me not to, I won't be able to do this anymore. But at the same time, they are also creation of God, because He has placed free will and prerequisites to voluntary acts in the existence of human and consistently emanates power and free will in them. So when Allah created me, He also created free will in me. Because He created free will in me, it is up to me to go to the right path or to go to the wrong. Because Allah created me, He created free will, He knew I will do mistakes, I will lose my way, I lose my track. Therefore Allah sent the prophets guide to us. He sent imams for us so that we can be guided. And after being guided, we reach the perfection that Allah wanted us to reach, if we work our way through what Allah tells us. Here we have a saying of Islamic Lecture that used to say, someone came and asked him that, what should I do to reach perfection? So Islamic Lecture tells him that just do what you are ordered to do and refrain from all things that you have been told to refrain from, which is do the wajibat and leave the muharramat. By doing this itself, you will reach perfection. You don't have to do anything extra. For any person that wants to reach perfection, this is the first step. And if you do this, when you will see things changing in your life, it is you who will want to do the mustahabbat. Because now you are enjoying these things, you are enjoying them as well by doing this, doing the wajibat and leaving the muharramat. On a second level, you leave out the makruhat and you do the mustahabbat. Why? Because you see that it is reaching to Allah. So wajibat is like praying our prayers, wajib prayers. Now that itself has its own mustahabbat, of which one of the mustahabbat of wajibat prayer is praying on time. Now praying on time is normally a short span of time from azan till a certain period of time that has been shown in our Islamic laws by different maratib. Up to what time is this a special time or can be counted at that this is namaz awwal waqt? Because there is namaz awwal waqt, akhir waqt, then qaza. So for example, me, if I live praying namaz al-dhuhr, if I have the opportunity to pray Jamaat, Jamaat is the best form of prayers. It removes you from all other duties. You leave Jamaat, you are in that time, azan is proclaimed, you recite namaz wherever you are still in awwal waqt. But then there is a time that I know 6:30 is going to be Magrib, I come at 6 o'clock, I pray my namaz, and then before it becomes qaza. When it reaches this moment, what happens is, one of the scholars was saying that according to some tradition, if you don't pray namaz awwal waqt, you delay it, your namaz reaches the angel in a dark mode. We have a dark mode in our mobile phone, especially at night when you want to watch something, read news or something. This light is a negative impact on our eyes. So we keep dark mode to use our mobile phone so it doesn't impact our eyes. But this dark mode in this world is a good thing. But in our namaz it's very bad. They say that when namaz reaches in dark mode towards the angels push this namaz away. Not that your namaz is not accepted. But there is a saying that we say, it's said in Persian. You just can't, they say that Janam be Qurban, Hala Chera. It's a story of one of the person that used to love this girl a lot and requested for marriage. But then this girl got married to someone else. And this guy was young. Then he became old. That girl came to him so that she can get married to him. So he's saying that, welcome, but why now? When I was young, I had the capacity of marrying you, I had the capacity of earning for you this and that. You left that moment, you come now, when I'm fragile, I don't even have power, I have lost my eyesight. So this is what they are saying, okay, your namaz has been recited. Your wajibat that is under your shoulder, your duty, you have fulfilled it. But now, why now? So we have to ponder and work upon it on praying on time and seeing its effects. And the best prayer on time that has been seeing effect on different conditions and existence is when anyone prays namaz al-fajr on time. The morning prayer is the most difficult prayer to pray, and it's the prayer that has the most effect on your whole day. It doesn't mean that other prayers don't. So it is not, it's what. In this way, the Khaliqi of Allah encompasses all of existence, including volunteering, but at the same time, they are also creation of God because He blessed free will in them, the prerequisites are there. So whatever a human being does, now here the best example is of knife. I can use the same knife to chop onions, or I can use this knife to kill someone. The free will is what helps me decide on what I do. Now because the effect is there in the knife to kill someone, when I kill, it's not the knife that kills, it's me. My free will is the one that used this knife for this act. It's not the knife. So you can't say that the knife is at fault. You see, the same way today we have a habit of blaming everything on Allah. When Allah created me, He knew I will sin why He created me. No, I am the one that has the free will. I am the one that turned the tides. It is true that Allah has given the capacity to the knife to kill someone, but He didn't create it for you to kill that person. Your intellect, your wisdom, and yourself are the reasons for this act to be done. Sometimes due to his negligence, a human being thinks that they and other beings are independent. Why? Because everything goes smoothly. Whatever we do goes smoothly. I wake up, I keep my alarm, I wake up on time, I woke up. I have money, I want to get married, I got married. Because all the cause and effects are going accordingly. I think it is me who is doing this. But it's not me. And get into shirk when you think like this. We have many verses in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala advises human beings. Now what does Allah say? To come away from this shirk, to ponder upon themselves, and to contemplate on the system of creation. See how the world is created. Study about it. So that he comes out of shirk. And Allah is telling you there is an easy way of getting out of this shirk, and this is to ponder upon yourself and upon the creation of the world. That how Allah created. Why is the sun coming out at the same time? Why? Because we say west and east in regards to the sun. Okay, why not north to south? Why is it only one way? And why is it repetition? By doing so, he can utilize his intellect that Allah gave him and acquire certainty regarding the signs of his Rabb, his Lord. The human being sowing a seed in the ground is just a minor preliminary so that Allah emanates growth to it and that seed turns into a plant. Another example is likewise the child in the mother's womb. How does the child come to existence? The parents. The parents are they play a preparatory role for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give existence to this child. You see? Even cloning, which is a new human activity, takes place by utilizing supporting factors that already exist and by taking help from other beings, the group of scientists, doctors that sit together. What do they use for cloning? One of them is intellect. Is this intellect their creation? No. But it helps them in their creation. So even their creation requires the creation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not something that is new. What comes to existence after their creation is new. But what was used for this existence, the clone, was something that was creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or recently I heard that there is a way to have a child using a robot, where the robot now becomes the second mother of that child. These two is created by human beings as a new creation, but required an existing factor for this new thing to come into creation. And by taking help from others, it is not new creation. Rather, what the human does in this case is to utilize the intellect and the ability to plan that has been created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inside the human's own system of existence, as well as in the world at large. Let's pray for the Mazlumin of the world, and may Allah help them in these difficult times. A lot of things can be seen right now going through. As we can see, the Mazlum has no edge. It's anywhere between a child that is in the mother's womb to an oldest of old. May Allah help us and protect us during these times. May Allah hasten the appearance of Imam Sahib al-Zaman and may Allah make us strong. As they say that, Ya Allah, today we live in the time of our Imam, 12th Imam, but we have seen that there are those who are during the time of the Imam and they rejected the Imam in those times. Ya Allah, increase our faith on our 12th Imam and make us ready. So when Imam tells us to sacrifice something and go for jihad or go with him and stay with him and be with him, we are ready for that. Oh Allah, help us attain knowledge, help us attain ma'rifah of you and your Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. Muhammad wa ala Muhammad sallallahu